Welcome to Chapter 3 of my money-making course, where we combine the best advices of the most smartest and experienced people. In the previous chapters, we learned that money is like water. When water is in a pond, it either evaporates into the clouds and comes back, or it either goes bad. So by not letting your money going bad, you need to keep it circulating. In this chapter, I will teach you how to stay in the game. This chapter is really important, so make sure you are writing every step down, because memorizing won't work. Making money is way easier than keeping it, so you definitely will not want to miss this chapter. Also, if you want to really improve yourself, make sure to check my website. You can find the best products organized for your body transformation, supplements, and everything else that you need about self-improvement. Just go check out for yourself and see how much you'll like it. The link is in this video's description. So let's get right into it with Chapter 3, Episode 1. Step 1. Pitch the clients from the other company. Pitching clients from your other companies is really smart to do. It means you don't give up easy on clients, but first, you have to own multiple active companies. Let's say you want to make an offer to a client, and you send the offer with a company you own. It's a really good offer, but still, the client is not interested. You shouldn't give up on that client, because he could be worth a lot of money by simply just one project, so you should send another offer from a different company that you own, but with a lowered price that isn't really convenient to you as the first one. But still, that has profit. It also could be a whole different offer with nothing linked to the first one. But he refuses again. So what do you do now? You should send another offer from a different company that you own, but with a way lowered price that you still get profit from. Like I am saying, that much of a fucked up offer that he is fascinated and immediately accepts. And that's how you can easily pitch clients from different companies. Imagine you do that to a lot of clients. Maybe they accept the first offer with the most profit, or maybe with the last offer with the lowest profit, but still you get something out of every client. You should never let clients slide. The client can even become loyal and keep buying from you. So never let go of clients. Step 2. Don't be afraid of taking money. You can figure out a way to make it work when you have a cash flow. There's a saying that goes, if you drop an entrepreneur from the sky, he will learn how to make a plane on the way down. This means that as an entrepreneur, you should never say that you can't make a certain thing. For example, let me tell you my story. When I started making designs for home renovations, I didn't know anything else rather than designs. But some clients started to ask me if I know how to get them some furniture. I said that I know some people that can find somewhere and bring it to you and whatever. But they didn't care if I knew people. They basically didn't buy my bullshit. They were asking if I have them. And I decided to say yes, I can find you furnitures too. But I had no clue whatsoever where to get them or how they would be transported. But I talked with some people. I became interested and found where I can find some furnitures. And I made it happen. Then I saw that I could do way more. Then clients started asking if I could do a whole project myself to make the whole house from top to bottom, and I said yes. But I had no idea what other material besides MDF were used for building kitchens, just kitchens alone. But I learned along the way. If a big company asked me if I know how to make $1 million project about a cardiovascular hospital, I would say yes. And along the way, I would get interested in meeting people that do projects for hospitals. Then I would read some books or just do a lot of research about that particular hospital. And I would start my project, even if I didn't know jack shit about it. But keep in mind something. Don't try to put the price at low, because it will only fuck you up. You will fail hard and will end up in lots of debt. Here, let me give you an example on how I would do it. Let's say that project for me to do costs 10 grand, for example. With all the materials, furnitures, workers, and everything else, it costs me 10,000, and I price it 30 grand. I would say something like 15% off, and that leaves us with $25,500. I would say I can talk with the workers and do a 20% discount, but I don't actually talk with the workers. This is me making shit up for the client to like me more. And that leaves us at $24,225. Let's say there are 3 workers. One worker asks for $2,000, the other worker $3,000. and the other worker 5,000. That's all 10 grand to my workers. You should never pay them their full price on one day. Always pay by parts and tell them, with that money they need to finish all their work, with all the materials and whatever else they need to buy for the work that they have to do, because once they've spent all that money for their own, they will come and say that they need more money for the materials and stuff. So agree from the start for a full price. Don't let them ask for a single dollar more. By then we'll have $14,225. Automatically, I get rid of 2 grand for whatever problem there is. So I have 2 grand available to give automatically to fix it. Let's say our full profit now is 12 grand. But I never touch that money because I could have messed something up. So I could just throw a 5 grand to fix it and still have 7 grand of profit. Of course, this isn't just about interior designs. I just shared my story. For you to understand better, this step can be about anything. So never be afraid of taking money. You can figure out a way to make it work when you have a cash flow. But you should be a hard worker. If you only talk and you brag and are not ready to work up to 15 hours a day, then this doesn't work for you, as it only will make you fail, that you might even end up in debt. So this step is for my hard workers out there, who are willing to do whatever it takes to make money. Step 3, resell to people you already sold to. If you already sold to someone, don't be shy selling to them again. What I mean is, let's say you have a company selling candle holders, and a customer came to your website or shop and purchased a candle holder. You made a talk or two and saw that the guy was really interested in candles because he doesn't like house lights or some shit. A week or month pass, and you made some new candle holders that look cool as fuck. You give him a call and say that you made some new candle holders. Say something like, I have seen that candles really get messy after melting, and the other candle holders don't clean well, whatever else you can add. Just create the problem as I said before, then come up with the solution, like it doesn't let the candle get messy after it melts, easy to clean and whatever. So now he is interested to buy some more candle holders. And now automatically in his mind, your company is really profitable for him. He'll come again, and maybe again and again. So now you've made a loyal customer. So don't hesitate to resell to people you already sold to. Step 4, build trust first, even if you make less money doing that. Building trust is more important than making money at first. What I mean is that without trust, in the long term it won't turn out great for you, because you can win a couple more thousands from the first clients and leave them unhappy with your work. But what do those couple thousands matter if your company's name gets ruined? Then you will have no more clients. When I was doing home renovations, sometimes the work was really, really good. Everyone loved it, except the owner. I could have just said there's nothing more I can do, but I didn't. I tried the best building their trust, and I threw a lot of money just trying to make it better. Maybe I didn't even get any profit from that client, but at least I got their trust, and company's name is still clear. So building your client's trust is really important. Don't neglect it. Step 5, reputation management. You have to manage your reputation. Of course, I told you to build trust first, but don't be a nice guy. Clients will never be 100% happy with your work. We, humans, are made like that. We will always find the defects on anything. God made nature the best thing on earth, but people still have the audacity to find the defects. We say things like, it's raining too much, or that it's too hot, or too cloudy. We will always find defects. So understand this. Clients will never be too satisfied. More so when clients expect you to do your work too good. People's expectations are unrealistic. If I told you that I will bring you the best computer on earth, when you see it, you will be disappointed. Because you probably expect to be heavenly, to do its work itself or whatever. So never try and waste money to be perfect. If you did an amazing job at your work, and the client is still unhappy, but you really did an amazing job, just run to the next project. Of course, follow step 4 as much as you can, but if you try to be perfect, you will fuck yourself up. Try to do more good than bad, but never perfect. No one's perfect. Step 6, promise your client the future. You are not selling just a product, you're also selling a result. When you're selling something, you should sell him the result too. What I mean is, let's say you started a company selling laptops, and the guy who wants to buy a good laptop has checked 10 other guys just to land on the right one. When he comes to you, you should be talking like he already bought it. For example, this laptop will not heat much when you will use it. It's really good for when you're doing 3D designs, or when you're editing, or even when you're playing games. It will not heat as the other ones. When you buy it, I can even install some antiviruses for you to make it safer. I can come to your house and place it wherever you want to make it closer to the outlet. If you do this to a client, automatically in his subconscious mind, he will think he already bought it. He will become emotionally attached to it. He will think of himself using it as you speak. He will think of you placing it in his house. He will want it even more. That's why you are special, rather than the 10 guys he checked before you. So always promise your client the future. You're not selling just a product. You should always sell the results, too. Step 7. Always take all the credits, even if you're lucky. Just like you take all the blame when something goes bad, even when it's not your fault. You should always take all the credits, even if you didn't do anything good on purpose. When I renovated houses, sometimes someone made a mistake or something went wrong without me knowing. So, when the owner came and saw the mistake, I was always to blame. With fault or not, I was the one that was to blame. So then I said, even when something good happens with no intention, I will always take the credits. For example, when I made a walk-in closet, I had to make some triangles in the corner because I had no choice. To me, it didn't look that good, to be honest. But when the owner came, he loved it. He actually really loved it. He thought it was cool and all these stuff. Then I said, yeah, totally. I had it all planned. I knew you would like it. But in reality, I thought it looked like shit, and I didn't have any other choice. He complimented me. He was willing to pay me extra money just for that, and I took all the credits. Step 8. If your client has criticism, then deal with them privately. Sometimes, some clients can be really pissed at the results. They might dislike your work, so they could have a lot of criticism. You could even have business with some old people at some point, so be careful pissing old people off because your business could fail by simply them criticizing your work to others, and then the others to some other people, and so on. This can be anyone, not just old people, but old people criticize the best. Maybe you have grandfathers or grandmothers. Go hang out sometime with them, and just hear what they have to say about every single person on this earth. By all means, no hate to old people, I love them. I have grandmothers too, but it's just the reality. They don't have much going on, so they have to talk about something. Anyways, back to the topic. When people have critics about your work, then always make sure to deal with them privately. Maybe you can't change their mind, but you sure as hell can make it better whatever they are unhappy about. Either being nice and apologizing, trying to fix the mess up, or even giving them a discount, letting a few hundred go. This aligns with step 4. Build trust first, even if you make less money doing that. Don't let a single bad word get out for your business, because a small thing first always becomes a big thing later. This is it for episode 1 of chapter 3. There's only one more episode of this course. The 2 last steps are the most important out of all. So do not waste any time and go to the next episode. Remember, staying in the game is the most important part. So don't neglect this chapter. Click the video hovering on the screen.